Hi, welcome to Ask Me Designs. Today we're going to talk about creating a Facebook group and building a community. Recently I read an article about how being in a community or building a community can help you to increase your client base. I'm in multiple communities for entrepreneurs, for graphic designers, for web designers, and I have found that by being in these communities, I do increase my customer base, but more importantly, I gain valuable resources. I've found friends and other colleagues who are interested in the same things that I am, and I'm able to better grow my business because I have a place to go and ask questions and get answers, or use my expertise to help another person by answering their questions. So these communities have been very helpful in a lot of ways, and of course every once in a while you get a client out of the community as well. So today I decided to build a community for a niche that I haven't seen just yet, that I know in my other various groups there are users of WordPress. WordPress is the platform one of the platforms I use for web design, and if you know or read any of my blogs, I'm a really big WordPress enthusiast. So I decided to build a new community just for WordPress users and for people to learn about WordPress. So you see here I created Ask Me WordPress class. That's the name of my group. To create the group, I went over to, if you're on your Facebook page and you go down to your left hand side where it says create group, and anyone can create a group. You give your group a name. If you already have members and people that you want to join the group, you can put their names here and make them part of the group in advance. I kind of recommend to at least clear it with someone before just adding them to the group. You see, I only added one person because she works with the company. I haven't added anyone else because I want people to volunteer and actually want to join the group. I don't want to force members of the group and annoy people by having a group suddenly pop up in their inbox and they have no idea where it came from. So I don't suggest adding a whole bunch of people to your group. Let people organically join your group because they want to be part of the group. The next thing is you can select the privacy. You can have an open group where anyone can see and anyone can join. You can have a closed group where people can see, so if someone looks for a WordPress class, they'll find my group, but they'll have to ask to join the group. And you can have a secret group where people can't join, people can't see the group, they have to actually be invited, you have to give them the URL. I like a closed group because I do want people to be able to see the group and apply if they would like to. But I think it's best, and especially in these working groups, to keep the privacy of the users so they feel comfortable asking questions and getting answers and giving answers, and won't feel like they're sharing it with the whole wide world. So once you've set everything up, you hit create, and what you get is just a regular group. So the first things I did before even inviting people to the group is I set up a couple of documents. You'll see here I have a welcome and WP class rules document, upcoming WordCamps, which I'll talk about in a minute, posting schedule documents. To do that, you go in your upper sidebar, you see files. You click on your files. This would be empty, and you hit create a doc. And here is just a text editor where you can type in whatever kind of document you want, give it a title, and create the doc, and it'll show up in your files like you see here. So one of the first documents you always want to create is a welcome and any rules. So here I just wrote a brief welcome, told users a little bit about what the group is for, my intention with the group. Right now we only have one rule, which is it's a no spam group, so I ask that users not post their advertisements for their companies except for on a specific day. And then another good thing I've learned in being in a couple of different groups is a posting schedule. It's a good idea to set a day. So in my case, I set Mondays, we'll do WordPress site critiques, where we'll critique other users' sites. On Tuesdays, we'll talk about plugins. On Wednesdays, we'll share a resource. And on Thursdays, that's the day when everyone can advertise. I've seen groups with 1 or 2 days where they have something set, and I've seen groups with all 7 days where they have things set. The reason why is because after the initial questions and after the initial excitement of the group, you want to keep the conversation going. So if you have a posting schedule where you facilitate conversation on specific areas every day, you're more likely to get constant engagement in your group. Another document I set up was a posting schedule. Now, this is just a reiteration of the posting schedule I have in the welcome, but as the group grows, I'll change the posting schedule. So I want users who are already in the group not to think they have to go back to the welcome, or say I've already read the welcome, I don't need to go back to that, and have the posting schedule in a separate document. So that's what I did. The last document, and this is just unique to this group, WordPress, if you're a WordPress enthusiast, you know that they have these things called WordCamps, which are not all the different WordCamps that are going on around the world. So I thought it was a good idea for this group to put that schedule here in the group so anyone can easily see. And this will be a basis for conversation as people are going to WordCamps, coming back and reporting about WordCamps. So I wanted to put this front and center. This is specific to my group, but if you have a group, you want to find anything that can be specifically to that group or to that niche and continue to have it up front and center for everyone to see. So create a doc. So you may create a doc of helpful resources or books we're reading, anything that again can help build that constant engagement. So after I created the docs, I went out and I got a couple of links and started adding information. So you see here where I have the online manual for WordPress and a link to the WordPress Codex. That's something, that's a post that I would hope to see on any given day. So when my new users come to join my group, I want them to already see content. So I put a couple of different things out there. So I put this online manual. I put an event for WordCamp Philly because I'm going to be going to WordCamp Philly in October. I also edited the description. Before I edited the description here, over on this right hand, on the right hand side, I saw a little box that said edit description. So I put a little blurb, it's an excerpt from the welcome, and I made that into the description for the group. So again, when someone first joins, they'll see what the group is all about. The next thing to do is to start inviting users to your group. So you'll see here it's going to suggest members based on who you've already put in, who's already joined your group. If you have friends in common, it'll try to suggest those friends. And it gives you the ability here that you could type a name. So if I wanted to start typing a name of anyone and pick someone from my friends list. Again, I don't suggest just grabbing your friends and throwing them into a group. So what I did was go out to other groups that I'm in and let them know about my group. I know a lot of them use WordPress, so I put a little blurb. Hi everyone, and this is really a lot based on what's in my description. I like to be consistent. I told them about the group, I gave them a link, and now everyone who's in this group has the option to join. I did that in about 5 of my groups, and again, groups where it's relevant. So groups where I know that they're users of WordPress, where in the past we've had discussions surrounding WordPress. I also went to my business page because I know I have clients who I design for, but I also know I have colleagues who also use WordPress. So that's an interesting article I found today about this guy stepping on lettuce at Burger King. It's crazy. So either way, I post the same message here on my page so that anybody that's a colleague that also uses WordPress, or even a client that I know, some of my training clients, they use WordPress, they can now see that there's a group out there specifically for WordPress and join the group. So as time goes on, this is day 1, so we're at ground zero of our group. As time goes on, we'll get new members to the group. I'll facilitate discussions daily, posting links, keeping up with our daily post schedule, and just building engagement. And that's basically how simple it is to create a group and build a community around your niche. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks.